Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to Asia Aquarius, December 22nd. We are filling the space with good energy, blessing it. Tenemos un grande guest hoy, Miss Amanda Antonella. She's ready. I'm going to bring her.
Hi, my love.
Hi, baby. How are you? Now I don't see you.
Wait a minute. Now, I think now you can see me.
Yes.
Hi, baby girl.
Hi, gorgeous.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How was your December 21st?
So I took the day off, like for real, and I told my boyfriend like we're gonna do spiritual things, So I took it very seriously. I respect that it's a very powerful portal. So I took the time to meditate, wake up super early, only eat things that do good to my body. And it was a really special day. I felt the vibe.
Yeah, the energy was very strong yesterday. Like it was, you could just feel it in the air,
Yeah, and when that happens, I like to stay at home. I don't even like to talk to people because I don't know how I'm coming off. You know what I mean? How was yours?
It was amazing. I did mushrooms. Yeah, very, very light trip, but I had a beautiful grounding experience with me and the city of Los Angeles and mis sueños. So
was this your first time?
No. Claro que no. but it was I don't like to do them too much. I like to do them with intention, because I feel like it is medicine. And so I didn't even know what my intention was yesterday because I felt like the energy of the world was so strong that I was like, let's just see. And yeah, I'm feeling very inspired after yesterday. So
right, so many things. I've been having some like energy downloads like since yesterday, like ideas and some crazy shit has been happening today, like things I never even thought about that I wanted to do, like my goals. I did a vision board yesterday, actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
yesterday's a great day to do a vision board.
Yes, and there's still energy, like you can still do it. So I did my vision board, and after I did the vision board, I had like downloads of like information, like maybe you want to do this. So I'm doing another one today or tomorrow.
Wow. Can you share your vision board at all? Because I know you sometimes you were posting about it the other day.
Yeah. So what I do is like I first like write a couple of questions and like areas in my life that what do I want, like long-term and short-term and long-term, and like for example career-wise, personal growth, financial, like traveling. So I do all of that first, and then I go to like Pixar or Canva and like Pinterest, like look for pictures, and then I put it in like physical so I can see it every day. This is my last one. So I did a new one. I haven't printed out yet, but this is my last vision board.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And how often do you do vision boards, and how much of it has come true, would you say?
So this is my first vision board, and I honestly did it before COVID. So of course, a lot of things I know they're still work in progress. So most of this vision board was really spiritual. So like connecting more with my, like meditating every day was really important for me. Doing yoga every day. So here I have like really huge, and I have this quote that says, "The universe has big plans for me, and it's time for me to claim them. I'm a super attractor." So I actually learned to be like a really good manifestation person. Like I can we can manifest whatever we want, honey.
Yes.
So so there's a lot of traveling, and like picture go like this is like me filming a movie, like of course a picture of it, and then I got to do bravas. So
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So it's amazing. Oh, and also this represents like my what I want to do with my business. So it's like Palo Santo, like crystals, because I'm a crystal lover, and I actually did it, and I went sold out and everything. So I know this is all part of the big plan of the universe for me.
That's amazing. Yeah, I have a vision board on my wall.
I do it. I have a lot of magazines, so I cut them out.
Yes.
And like 75 to 85% of it has come true already. And it's crazy because you really have to like be careful what you put on the vision board, because sometimes things will come true in ways that you don't even realize.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, law of attraction is really real. So
it is very real.
How did you get into spirituality? Did you grow up with it, or?
So for me, it was like I had an awakening. You know, I think you're
Yes.
awake, right?
I'm awake. I'm woke.
You're woke. So for me, it was more of there's two kinds of way that you can have your awakening. And for me, it was intellectual. So I got into reading a lot of books. So for me, I started because when the concept of influencer came, at least to Puerto Rico, I already had followers because I'm a model. So everybody started putting me like this tag of, oh, you're an influencer now. So I was like in una batalla interna of like, oh wait, if I'm an influencer, like what do I want? I don't even know what I wanted to influence people about, you know? I'm not the kind of girl who wants to put makeup and hair tutorials. I have to go a little deep. So in order for me to be an influencer and to be happy with it, because I do appreciate a lot of my work, I love to be influential to people in a good matter of way. So I got into learning. I remember I walked into Urban Outfitters and I saw this little book. It was called Practical Magic. And then that was my friend. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know any of this. And then I got into crystals, and I've been studying, like, I literally dropped out of college and I got to studying, like, I do Reiki now.
Wow.
I'm a certified, crystal healer. Of course, I do it for me and for my close people, but that's how I got into spirituality. And then I had my awakening, and I was like, wait, like, there's a different ways to view things, to live life, like out of love, out of kindness. And and I like to share that every day, you know?
And so like when was that? Like how many years ago did you have this awakening?
That was like 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago. I did like filming Bravas. So for me, filming Bravas was like a different shift again, because if you know spirituality and you're awake, you know it's a constant work. This is not like, okay, I'm woke, I meditate. No, like you actually like get out of routines. And for me, Bravas, it drained me a lot of emotionally, because I had my routine, and then, you know, filming is really like waking up every day, going to set every single day. So I lost a little bit of my connection.
Because you couldn't like do yoga or meditate as much?
I could. Hi, Jessie.
Hola, Jessie.
I could, but I just, you know, like it's a fight with yourself. Like I knew I had to do it, but I didn't. And then I started having panic attacks, anxiety like for the first time in my life, I have anxiety. And then I returned after Bravas, and I would feel like I really have to respect what is like meditating every day, so I can feel better and I can treat others better.
Right. Exactly. Audrey too, Bravas family in the building right now. And do you feel like once you became more woke and spiritual, did you feel like there were a lot of changes within your career, within like your relationship? Because I know you and your boyfriend have been together for a few years, right?
Yes, we've been together for 5 years. It's been a change of a lifetime. Like honestly, I can say I'm only 21 years old. Like, you know, I'm a baby. So
my awakening was also at 20 years old, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, like 19 to 20 was also that time for me. So
for me, a lot of started to change. I started like getting rid of friendships that were toxic. I stayed alone. So I got really close to my boyfriend. He really respected. We when I had my awakening and started meditating, we already lived together in a 1-bedroom apartment, super small. So for me, it was meditating in a little corner, and it was like he had to respect my time for me to connect, and it was very beautiful. And my career, when I started to do like abundance meditations, like, girl, that shit works. I tell every person I know, like the stone, like pirita, like I don't know how to say it in English.
Pirita.
Period.
Yeah, periodite. I think I actually, don't know that much about crystals because during my awakening, oh yes, this is it, right? It's this green guy. Do you see?
No, so you write it Pyepyrite. Pyrite.
Oh, a pyrite maybe, I think.
Yeah, pyrite.
Oh yes, this silver guy.
Yes. Oh my God, that's my thing. You know, when I started to, I actually went into a crystal store and I had no idea. Like that was my first crystal ever, and so I literally grabbed it and I felt something in my hand. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what is this, but I think it's a sign. And my life has changed so much when I started to meditating with that crystal, because that crystal is the crystal of abundance, of expansion, of work. So after that came all of the bravas. For me, bravas was a huge highlight. It still is in my career. So it all came after I started this spiritual path.
And it's amazing because in Bravas, you play an influencer too. So it's like life imitated art, art imitated life. That's
so
full circle.
You want to know a crazy fact? I haven't told this to anybody. One day I got to wardrobe in Bravas, and you know they put you like, you can't decide what your character has on, like jewelry or clothes, and they literally put a necklace of me with that rock for Ashley. For the role. So imagine if life is crazy, that Ashley is, I'm pretty sure Ashley is spiritual too.
Of course. In season 2, we're going to find out more about
Ashley's
spiritual journey. I love it. And so, did your boyfriend also join you? Like, has he become more spiritual through you?
So it's been like a slow journey. For me, I respect everybody's journey, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So at first, I was like, this is my journey. You know, I have to be awake first for me to inspire other people. So he respected that, like, esa separación. And I wasn't aware that he, like, for me, at least my partner has to be like a little bit, like, I don't know how to say, como que compatible, like a la misma nivel.
Right, you know? On the same level, compatible with you, like, with the spirituality, yes.
When I started noticing that I was like, you know, really into this, like really into crystals, I asked him, I was like, do you want to learn? Like, do you want me to explain something to you? And then he got into crystals. Now he brings his crystals everywhere. He's not like a meditator, but he's a music producer. So his meditating flow is like when he's doing music, he really connects with that spiritual side. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he's still like a process, his journey, but he's on his way.
I feel like the process is always happening too, because as you said, like, spirituality doesn't happen like, you know, like this. It's like every day you could like get a little bit closer to the bottom of your soul, I feel like, you know?
That it's amazing because our ego is always gonna be there, you know? So when I find myself like, I'm sorry.
You're good, baby.
Okay. Sorry, Roxana. So when I find myself like thinking like negative things or like judging other people, which happens all the time, you know, we're humans, and that's
exactly
our animal part, you know? So the thing is, like, I recognize it, you know, I acknowledge it, and I'm like, okay, why am I being like this? What's my problem with this person? And then I go back inside, I meditate. So it's always like, you know, like I had this weird reaction where I was like envious or like jealous or malcriada or like le grité a mami. And I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? So it's like back and forth, as you say.
Right. And so before you spoke about abundance, and I feel like that's really important because I feel like a lot of us can live in like a place of lack. You know what I mean? Like, we're just like, we talk about things in a way that's like, you know, maybe negating it, you know, or not believing fully in like all the things we already have. So I guess you can talk a little bit about like what having an abundance mindset means, I guess, and how, if someone does come from a place of, you know, for me, I think it's very important to say yes all the time, because when you say no, cuando tú dices no, porque una persona dijo que yo sin entender nada. So yo, disculpa, vamos a hablar en español poquito más. Anyways, cuando tú dices no, eso es un problema para ti porque, like, you're blocking your blessing. Bloqueando tus bendiciones, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Okay, so, ¿qué tú recomiendas para personas que tienen este mindset?
So, para mí, honestamente, I'm gonna do it like in Spanglish.
Yeah, exacto.
So, for me, honestly, nuestra mente, like how our parents, our society, like how we grew up, it has to do a lot with our lacking. Like we think the money is not enough. We always think that, you know, we gotta hustle, work, so we can actually get somewhere. And for me, it's been a lot of training my mind. You know, I'm in constant training of my mind, and you can control your mind. You know, like when you're having these negative thoughts, yo siempre trato de como que no. Like, what are you doing? No, like recenter yourself. You know, that's not true because your mind and your thoughts are not true. You put value to them, you know? So you know, it's a lot of reading that I did, a lot of aprender de personas que like learn from people that already are where I want to be and get inspired from them. And basically it's training your mind to understand that everything, like your reality is what are you thinking, like your thoughts become your reality. So when I started doing affirmations, like I was obsessed, Roxana. I was like every day doing affirmations.
Like every day were you repeating the same affirmations, or were you repeating the same ones?
So it depends. I mean, like I have an app which is amazing, everybody should download it, it's free. It's called AP Access Affirmation Pod. You can download it.
AP Access. I'm writing this down right now because when we get off the phone, I'm downloading it.
It's a great app. So what I do, they have like divided in categories. So like grounding and anxiety, personal growth, work. So you go into those files, and for example, I'm having an interview, you know, and right before the interview, I go into the work of the IP Access of the app, and I listen to the affirmation, like I can do this, I got this, I'm enough, like I deserve this. It's called AP Access. I'm gonna write it down here.
Yeah, type it in the comments because I don't know if I wrote it correct either.
AP Access.
Oh, yes, I wrote it correct. Okay, perfect.
It looks a little sketchy, but it works. And I even paid the premium because I'm obsessed with it. And so it was like a little game for me. So when I got really mad with my boyfriend, I went to the app and put that affirmations there's literally an affirmation, like an episode when you're mad with your spouse or like with your partner. So I listened to it, I train my mind, and it just becomes in the subconscious. Like when I'm having like some reaction, affirmation just goes straight in my mind. Like, you got this, you're okay, like just get back to center, and it works. So a lot has been of like affirmations and meditations. And when I got to abundance and like, girl, I'm telling you, cuando tuve esa piedra, like la pirita, everything started changing. I remember one time that I meditated, and I told my boyfriend, I was like, babe, today I meditated with the pirita. And I told him, and right after that day, everybody was like calling me like, oh, we got this for you. Can you do this? I was full. And he even told me like, babe, that was the meditation, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, yeah, like it works. So when you start like changing your mind for like being your best friends, because your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy, you know? So we got to understand that our mind does not control us, and we actually have control. So it's just a combination of mindfulness, mindset, and just, you know, trusting in the universe. Like every time I ask for abundance, my key is the gratitude. So every time primero antes yo de pedir algo, like, oh, I want a car. That I never do that, but like for matters of like explanation, right. I want a car, a new car. I go back to my car, to what I have right now, and I thank for it. You know, because people think that quejándote de las cosas que tú tienes, you're gonna bring more of what you want, and it's the opposite. Quejándote de lo que tú quieres, de lo que tú tienes, puts you in a negative like set mind, you know?
Exactly.
So when you're in a mindset of gratitude, things start showing up, and like you're gonna understand that it's the universe helping you, because some things happen that don't have any explanations. I have miracles every day in my life. Like, I swear, I see miracles everywhere. I'm like, this is a miracle. This is a blessing.
Me
and
too.
then when you start getting into that mindset, that abundance comes to you. There's no way. Like, abundance
attracts more abundance.
And exactly, where you put your focus, it amplifies. And being a good person, I think that just that's the most important thing. Like, ser una buena persona, don't do harm to anybody, don't gossip, like no alimenta las cosas que hacen mal, like al revés, like give, and my boyfriend and I have like this very good habit of like, doesn't matter how many personas, like, how do you say, like, personas pidiendo por dinero, homeless people,
yeah,
in las luces, whatever, and like when they ask, we give. Like, we don't care, like $1, like $5, someone selling water in the street, we're gonna buy him, because money is energy, and energy has to flow in order for more to come in. So every time you buy and you do a kind gesture, that is a message directly to the universe saying like, okay, she's doing good.
100%, yes.
Yeah,
I agree. That's beautiful. So with the crystal, when you say you meditate with it, for example, like, are you holding on to it, or does it just need to be like in the space? How does it work?
So no, like I have like 55 crystals. So like, of course, for me,
Crystal
I have
mama.
Girl, I have a lot. Like, you can find them everywhere in my house. So what I do is that, like, every time there's a full moon and I go and charge my crystals, that's where the part where, okay, what do I want to focus this month on? And depending on the crystals I have, and depending on what I'm like, imagine like I went through a trauma and I had my heart broken, and so there's a full moon, and I'm like, the crystals I'm gonna charge are the ones that I'm gonna meditate with, because of course I can, but I don't bring my 55 collection outside to the, I bring like 2
right.
or 3. I've done it, but it's not a good idea. So like, for example, it depends. Like, crystals have different purpose between like colors and your chakras and everything. So if I want to this month, like, focus more on a spiritual journey, I'm gonna bring amethyst, like rose quartz, quartz. Yeah.
Okay.
Have it here.
Oh,
it just appears. I didn't bring it. It was in the table.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I do is that I take it in. Sometimes I lay down, and for example, I just put it in my forehead, because
on your third eye.
On my third eye, exactly.
Oh, wow.
I usually do, like, I lay down and I put them all in, like, for each chakra. Or if I'm like, I want a quick meditation, I'll just grab my amethyst, like connect with the stone, and like put my purpose, because crystals work like with commands. So you have to literally like give them a command so they can work for you. So if they're full charge in the moon, you can go like, amethyst, you're gonna help me with spiritual connection. I need spiritual connection, and then every time I meditate with, that's what it's programmed for.
Do you have a good crystal you would recommend for like focus and seeing projects through to the end?
Yeah.
What crystal would you recommend?
So it's citrine.
Citrine. Okay, I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So citrine is like the crystal of like productivity, So the citrine is like, it's like a yellowish orangey. So we have to do a lot of like with our creative side, and like with finishing projects, we like focusing, like actually getting the shit done and just finishing the project. So exactly that one. So I have that by my desk and in my office every time with the parrot, because how do you say
I'm literally, there's a place here called House of Intuition.
I love House of Intuition, girl.
Oh yeah, amazing. I'm literally gonna go there tomorrow and stock up on my crystals.
Yes. Yeah, so like for this next year, like the energy, I know 2020 has been like a year, It has had a lot of things, like it really, getting into the astrology part, So I knew in 2020 when we started, I knew it was gonna be it was a Capricorn, right? A Capricorn energy. So the year was in Capricorn.
Yes, but overall it was also the Pisces, age of Pisces.
The age of Pisces, exactly,
Yes.
like overall. But the year was Capricorn, and Capricorn was like caída de estructura, you know? I remember like in January when we had earthquakes here in Puerto Rico. We had the earthquakes. Australia was burning. It was crazy. So I knew this year was gonna be rough. Not as rough as I thought, but I knew because the energy of Capricorn was caída de estructuras. You know, like organizations and things that has been really stable for a long time, just like cayéndose. And that has been literal in all over the world.
Yeah, like in every way, shape, and form. And I feel like for everybody, like I posted today on my Instagram story, actually, it's like this was the year of learning lessons, like reevaluating, you know, and then 2021 is where we're gonna apply all those lessons, you know. And I really feel that so much in my bones too for myself. Like I'm just so ready to, like, you know.
Right? I'm actually excited for 2021.
Yeah.
Like people will be like, oh, you guys think that 2021, like we're just gonna January 1st is gonna be a different, but it can be, you know.
Nuevo año, nueva energía. Like, of course, you know what I mean?
People don't get it.
Yeah, like every January 1st, actually, usually, so I've made 3 vision boards, and every year I've made it in the beginning of the year mainly. It's like my first week of January project always, you know, to set intentions for the rest of the year. Like, I always feel a bit of a reset in the beginning of the year, you know, just naturally, mi cuerpo.
Yeah, everybody, like if people get into diet, people start exercising, you know. So yeah, for this year, it still applies. And when you have like astrology, how do you say?
Astrology.
In your side, it's better because you can work with the energy, you know, con la energía disponible. So la energía disponible del 2021 is going to be one that, for me, I think it's going to be like expansion and it like working together with allies, like colaborar. For me, that's my main goal. Like I know it's going to be a great year for colaboraciones, trabajar con gente, like, because for me, I am como que a mí me gusta trabajar en equipo, you know. I believe that if you get it with the right people, like dos cabezas piensan mejor que una.
Exactly.
You know?
You can't do anything really alone. Like everything successful takes an army, takes a team, you know, like you'll never get to the top by yourself. And if you say you are, honey, you got to work on your ego.
Yes.
Because
like
you didn't get there yourself.
And I'm into all of that. I'm like, I want to collaborate with a lot of people. I want to try new ideas, help people out. People help me, like, you know, have a goal and then work for it, but like in a community. So like the energy is that too, with like the great conjunction that brings that in the air too. So I'm gonna take this energy 2021 and I'm gonna use it in my favor. That's for sure.
Amazing. And so do you feel like what is advice, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, they hear this stuff and they make fun of you. I don't know, I get made fun of sometimes. I'm sure you do too, because people, before they believe, they don't believe, you know.
Right.
And so I think it also comes from a place of maybe being overwhelmed, because, you know, there's so many different avenues you could go into in the spiritual realm, you know, crystals, Reiki, manifesting, astrology, whatever. So do you have any advice for people that maybe want to start but they don't really know where to start on their journey?
For sure. I mean, just get a book.
So what books do you recommend?
So for me, it really helped me. Like this first book really marked what it was, because it was the name is Practical Magic.
Oh, right, you said that. Okay, I'm writing that
Practical
down.
Magic. Maybe me puedes buscar el libro que es Practical Magic. I'm going to show you guys which one is.
Okay, perfect.
En mi librería en el estudio. So Practical Magic, it really helped me because you gotta be like, you're a beginner, you know. Everybody starts as a beginner, so you gotta read something that's made for beginners. So this book had a little bit of everything. Has like herbalism, tarot. So this is a book.
I have my tarot card next to me because I want to read your tarot at the end of this.
Yes. Oh my God. You know, I haven't got into tarot because honestly, it's what you resonate with more, you know?
Exactly.
And there's,
why, like for me, crystals, I haven't really delved into crystals yet, but I want to delve into crystals now, you know?
there's so much. Like, there's so numerology, like, astrology, numerology, like angels. I work with angels and I absolutely love it.
You mean like angels like Ezekiel, Mark, whatever, right? Like Jacob.
Yeah, so for me, I've read all of this. Like, I've got into different books of angels, and yes, there's like me estoy olvidando los nombres en español, but yeah, like Joseph, no, Joseph,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
what do
yeah.
you say? Yeah,
Ezekiel,
the
I don't know
archangels,
because ¿Quién?
the archangels, so arcángeles.
Oh, the archangels, yeah. Arcángel.
So for me, I believe a lot in my personal own angel, like the one that mi ángel guardián, my guardian angel. So it's crazy because when my grandma believes a lot in angels, and she's told me, like, girl, she literally told me this: when I can't find something, I literally like say, please angels, help me find some, like what I'm looking for, and it automatically appeared. And I was like, yeah, abuela, whatever. And for like, I couldn't find my keys, and I was like, I can ask my angels, you know? And I did, and oh my God, girl, it automatically. So, you know, that it's like a fun little game that I have in my, oh, please help me find parking, because it really is there to help you. You just gotta ask for the help, because if not, they're just gonna be like, you know? And that's my relationship with angels, and it's been very, very special. And like for meditation, please, angels, help me like get into a deeper state, and I automatically like get into a deeper state. So it's like trusting and just letting the energy flow through you.
And how do you know who your angels are?
Who my angels are?
Yeah, like how does someone figure out who their angels are?
So this is a lot of reading, and because angels are in a lot of cultural, like Cristiano, Catholic,
right?
But they're like in a lot of cultures. So for me, it was a lot of research also, that my grandma, like, she was like, girl, like, honestly, they work, you know? So it's something that you really gotta trust. But for me, it's a lot of learning. There's angels for everything. Like, I don't remember the names, but I know there's an angel for like when you're about to have like los milagros, you know, like when
miracle,
something
yeah,
happens, that someone is supposed to die and it just doesn't happen. So that's just like, they give it a name for that angel. But for me, it's just connecting with my personal angel. With you, everybody has one guardian angel, and for me,
only
also,
one.
yeah, like for like one that works with you, for you, like. And there's archangels, so they work, like, they help everybody like in the universe. But like, you have one. So for me, it's like connecting with my guardian angel. Yo le prendo velitas también, like a white candle to symbolize, like, I like, they help me so much. Every time, like, I do, like, I light a candle and I put like a little letter of like, I thank the universe and the angels and my ancestors. I thank everybody for like guiding me to where I am now, for getting to live the life I'm living, because it's amazing. So I always thank them. And you know, as a lot of things we can't see, you know, it's just a feeling. So for me, I connect with angels, and it's a lot of research and learning.
Exactly. The strong. Do you have a specific quote from there, or like maybe turn to a page? You want to read us something from the book?
So what I can do, like, what can I show you? It's like the diversity of like chapters. Because look, so first of all, it's practical magic, it says. So it's like a beginner's guide to crystals, horoscope, psychics, and spells.
Love it.
So I didn't resonate with all of it. I did resonate with chakras. I liked a lot, like the chakra part. And just,
I love the chakra.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful book. And they also have like explain you the crystals, and they go a little bit into witchiness, you know, like into doing spells and working with, or in dream interpretation. This book has a little bit of everything. Like,
I'm big on
the
dream interpretation. Dream interpretation is super important.
I'm not good at it.
I just go on Google every time. I'm like, what did this mean?
I have some crazy dreams that when I wake up, I'm like, I don't even know what is the meaning of this. So I would love to get into a little bit more into dream interpretation. And there's space for everything, to learn.
Exactly.
Tarot is a very deep, big, like reading the tarot, that's a lot of time.
I think it's like, for me, it's just, I've always been into it. Like, when it's crazy, I was at my mom's house and I found a tarot deck from when I was like 8 years old, 12 years old, I don't know, that I just bought, And so in the last year or like year and a half, I've been reading more of my friends' tarots. And it's like, I still am like crutching on the internet a little bit, but with every deck you read, every hand you read, poco a poco, you're going to learn a little bit more, So
yeah, completely.
Would you like me to read you a card?
It will be an honor for me.
Okay. So, because we have the same life path number, right?
We have, I don't want to say but I love our path numbers.
Because usually I'll tell people their life path numbers on the show, but we already spoke about how we have the same one. So I'm like, you know what?
Why are we the same? I tell everybody's path. I'm like, when's your birthday? I'm going to get your, and then I Google it and tell them, because I just love it. And I believe a lot in what's spiritual and life path. For me, I identify, what's your sign?
I was going to ask you, I'm an Aquarius.
Oh.
Sagittarius, Leo. What are you?
I am Aries, ascendente, like rising Sagittarius, and it's 3. And my moon is in Aries too, so double Aries, and then I'm Sagittarius and
rising. And my mama's an Aries, so I love Aries.
Yes, fire, baby. I see the fire in you. I can see it.
Yes. So, I'm gonna read one card for you. Do you, if you don't want to share, it's okay, but if you can ask a question, whether it's in your head or to us, whatever, and then
okay. So I ask you a question.
Like the question that you want the cards to answer for you.
Right. Let me take a breath. Yeah, so basically, like, lo voy a preguntar en español. Le pido al tarot card una carta que me guíe hacia lo que es los nuevos meses de año, like starting the new year.
Perfect. So I'm going to have you pick it. So do you want to pick from the top of the deck, middle of the deck? What are you thinking?
I like to split it. I like if you split it like randomly and then the top card.
On which side?
On this side.
This side.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a 6 of Wands. Oh, sorry, 7 of Wands. So, espérate, porque this is I haven't read someone's cards in a while, so disculpa.
You go, girl.
Okay. Espérate. Let's look on here for now. 7 of Wands is victories, individual power, faith, passion, creativity, action, and Aries is one of the signs of the 7 of Wands. So
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So let's see. Wow, this is so much what we were talking about. This is crazy. So the 7 of Wands indicates struggles after the initial fulfillment and satisfaction of event. The 7 of Wands, however, is about the struggle you need to go through to maintain your position rather than to attain it. So to me, I feel like that means 2020 was like, you going through that time of, que vamos a hacer, like, the world is shut down, but now and you just had this amazing year being a star of a show, but now how are you going to maintain this position? You already have it. Let's maintain it. And so this is about the difficulties we face when we continue to have success. So you should be ready for the competition to defend your title and to prove yourself. Others are going to desire the same results that you do, so you need to stay ahead of them. There will be challenges to the success of your projects or ventures from an outside source, and you must remain dedicated to your desires with a clear purpose and effort, and you will overcome them. So, you know, just basically long-term goals and protecting yourself and trusting in yourself. And you may have a few setbacks, but as long as you creo en tu propio mismo, you know, believe in yourself, you're gonna do it.
I love it. I think it was the perfect card. I know I've been having that question to myself, like, how am I gonna maintain that? This year I was the star of a show. How am I gonna maintain, like, career wise, like professionally? And as I'm telling you, I've been having these downloads of energy, so random. So today, I was talking to my boyfriend like 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about the future, 2021, things that we want to learn, like skills that we want to like work on.
Right.
And out of the blue, he was like, "You should be a DJ." And I was like, wait, I've never thought about it. Girl, I just got my headphones and my DJ set today because I'm gonna be a DJ 2021. So things
Let's
are,
get it.
you know, yeah.
Yes.
So like I'm just letting energy flow through me, like the ideas. I'm getting, because you know the universe gives you signs, but sometimes you take it and sometimes you don't. So I'm trying to take all the energy, like for the great conjunction. I know there's only gonna be a lot of downloads of energy. So I got my DJ set and I'm gonna start learning, because I think this was a message of the universe. And I just did it, girl. This was today. So I'm about to be a DJ.
Amazing. I can't wait to hear your mixes. I'm going to download the energy of your mixes because I know they're about to be real spiritual. You know about 432 hertz?
Yeah, of course.
So, of course, you already know your mixes are going to be 432 hertz. We got to put the sound vibrations on.
I'm going to do yoga with a little bit of...
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, yes. I know it's going to be I know. You don't know Emmy? So she's my best friend. She's an artist. She was like, "Girl, you're going to, like, mix that with me at the shows." And I'm like, everything happens for a reason. So I know it's going to be, like, a fun, because it's something that I really enjoy. Like, music for me, it's, like, a key to my life. So you see, like, sometimes you don't expect. For me, it's always been like an actress. I'm going to be an actress. But you got to sometimes let other things come to you, and just, like, if it works, amazing. But you tried it, you know? And if it doesn't, then just like move on and like transform it into something else, you know?
And, you know, we're creative. So it's like we can't limit ourselves to one type of creative energy, you know? Like, even for me starting this show, it's like, okay, yes, you know, I'm a filmmaker, I direct, but I also love talking to people and educating people on different topics. And so, yeah, go for everything, baby. Also, since we spoke about Noemi, did you guys meet on the show?
We did.
That's awesome. Your friendship is so beautiful.
It's love at first sight. No, I'm kidding. It was like she is very professional. Like, when we got to set, for me, I've been acting for most of my life because my mom works in the film production in Puerto Rico. So for me, when I have to film something in Puerto Rico, the industry is so small. It's pretty much the same crew,
right?
You know,
exactly.
So when I got to do like this, starting the show, I was so excited, and I knew all the crew. They've seen me grow, and it was like literally that. Like, they were like, "Amandita," you know. I was like, "I'm home," but like that was my energy. So for Noemi, she was very, very professional, and she had like this energy of like, she's an Aries too, and I'm an Aries. So I was like, so it took us a while, but when we clicked, it was amazing. And she's getting into spiritual things, Denise too. And I just love seeing friendship develop and getting to work with my friends doing what I love. I think is a super blessing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it too. I love doing more, because, you know, music videos are only one day, right? So I love doing more like feature length stuff, because it's like you're a family, you know. Like, you guys were filming for what, a month?
For 3 months.
3 months. Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope to see you in second season.
Me too, baby. The show is so incredible. I tell everybody about it. Like, we definitely need a second season. So,
Jesse,
I'm manifesting that for you. And what'd you say?
Jesse, if you're there,
I'm manifesting that for all of us for 2021. A second season of Bravas.
Yep.
Seguro.
Most definitely, we need it. And then I think, honestly, like, this whole COVID thing, I think it's gonna, like 2021 is gonna be a year of stabilizing, you know?
Yes.
Like stabilizing. There's a vaccine. If that people want to put it and then this gets balanced, well, amazing. But I believe like 2021, things of COVID are gonna change. You know, it's not gonna be as drastic as today. So for me, like the possibility of a second season in 2021 is gonna be, you know, COVID makes it difficult, but I believe, and whatever the universe wants for us, I know is gonna be what has to happen.
Exactly. And we're speaking it into existence, you know, like it's already happening. So one thing too about manifesting and the laws of attraction is we need to say everything that we want in the present tense. So like, I'm a star of the second season of Brava. It's not I am going to star. You know, and when I shifted my energy into manifesting in the present tense, that was a big change for me, because instead of saying I will do this, saying I already have this, that's a total like otra cosa, you know?
No, like I love doing like affirmations in the terms
because
of
they're
money.
in the present tense affirmations, right?
Exactly. So I'll go like money comes to me easily, you know, easily. That's my motto. Money comes to me easily. And when I get a little worried about money, because you know, as freelancers, as creatives, it's not always, you know, you might get like 3-4 big projects, but there's
Right.
sometimes where you really don't have a job. So it's a lot of trusting. So for me, it's like I ask, okay, universe, like I need work, you know, I need a little bit of money. And you know, like if you trust, for me it's trust. It money appears, honey. You
Exactly.
like money, dinero hay, and you can do a lot of money in anything you want. Like the people who think that there's not enough of money, like there's a lot of people in
There
every
is a
single
lack
industry.
mentality.
That's lack mentality. In anything you want to do, you want to be a piano artist, you want to be whatever, a creative, a graffiti artist. There's people that are doing it right now. There are like cobrando millones. So
Exactly.
it's mentality. So, and like trusting the timing, you know, you can't have it all when you want.
Exactly.
You know, things are going to develop how they're going to develop, and just don't get in the way. For me, it's a lot of not getting in the way of my path, and me not trying to force things. So that's like something I always try to tell people, like, don't get in your way. Don't get in your way with your negative thoughts, with your lack of mind, you know, with the mindset of lack. Just like trust, and things are gonna come to you when they're gonna come to you.
Exactly. We just have to always believe, because like, you know, I always hear about people that like were just about to give up and then their big break happens. So we need to always believe in ourselves. I love it.
Oh my God, I love this conversation
This
so
was so
much.
amazing. Thank you so much, beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing you in 2021 and creating beautiful art and memories and connections contigo.
I love your energy. Thank you for spreading the light. You know, as people who are awake, as us, it's also a duty to like spread the word and
Exactly.
be a light in the life of people who we don't know. Like we may be like inspiring people to just even start to grab a book and read. So thank you so much for opening this space. Anytime you want to talk, girl, I'm here to talk. I hope to see you in 2020. I know we're going to see each other.
We're going to see each other. Bravas, the everything else.
Yes, so thank you so much, love. And blessings to you.
Blessings Bye, to you. Have a beautiful Christmas and New Year.
Igual, mi amor. Nos vemos.
Bye, baby.